Huawei is back again to challenge the title for the ultimate smartphone camera with the Pura 70 Ultra. Its predecessor, the P60 Pro, was able to capture some impressive photos with amazing detail and vibrant colors. With such a high bar set by Huawei's outgoing flagship, how is Huawei's new flagship, the Pura 70 Ultra, planning to outperform it and take the crown as the ultimate smartphone camera? Let's find out. Huawei calls this camera system XMage and it is comprised of 3 modules. No surprises as to which is the primary wide-angle camera. Under this wide circular ring sits a large 1-inch sensor with a resolution of 50 megapixels. But you might be wondering,
how are they planning on exposing the entire 1-inch sensor with the lens so close to it?
The answer is by moving the lens away from the sensor. Built into this camera module is a telescopic mechanism called HUAWEI Ultra Lighting Pop-Out Camera, which allows the camera lens to extend outwards and away from the sensor. There's even a cool mechanical sound when the lens extends and retracts. Now, the light passing through the lens can expose the entire sensor. To illustrate this concept, we can look at how an object casts a shadow. When an object is close to a surface, it casts a smaller shadow. As the object moves away from the surface, the shadow grows in size. Similarly, as the lens moves away from the sensor, the exposure area increases as well. Another reason to extend the lens outwards would be to improve the focusing range. In order for a camera to focus on closer objects, the lens must move away from the sensor. Therefore, with a larger sensor, like on the main camera of the Pura 70 Ultra, the lens needs to be farther away. But say the phone slips out of your hands while using the camera. The onboard sensors can detect that the phone is in free fall and immediately retract the lens to minimize damage to the mechanicals. So why did Huawei go through this optical engineering challenge to pack a 1-inch sensor in the Pura 70 Ultra? Well, for one, the phone is about the same thickness as other phones with smaller sensors when the camera module is retracted. But a more important factor is image quality. Besides a 1-inch sensor, the camera also features a variable aperture from f1.6 to f4.0 and sensor shift optical image stabilization. All these components combined with advanced computational photography produce some truly stunning images. Moreover, you can capture equally stunning images even if your subject or object is in motion. The phone can capture fast-moving objects up to 300 km an hour with minimal motion blur, so much so that they look stationary. Speaking about stationary objects, the Pura 70 Ultra is a capable portrait shooter. Your first option is to use the 50 megapixel telephoto camera with a 3.5 times optical zoom. Thanks to its larger aperture value of f2.1 and focal distance, the ultra lighting macro telephoto camera can capture portraits with a natural shallow depth of field in the background. Conversely, if the background is too close to your subject, then you can use the portrait mode to apply a bokeh effect to the background. Using XD Motion Engine, the image processor can separate the subject from the background more accurately. Not only that, but this mode also utilizes the XD Motion Engine to better reproduce skin tone and color. Super Macro Mode is a cool party trick that repurposes the telephoto camera to shoot objects at a close distance. Thanks to the focal length of the camera, you can zoom in further up to 10 times magnification to see details on an object that is invisible to the naked eye. These tiny structures and components are fascinating to observe. Thanks to the capable camera hardware and software, the Pura 70 Ultra secures the top spot on DxOMark smartphone camera rankings with an impressive score of 163 points. Behind the XMage camera system sits a very capable smartphone as well. The Pura 70 Ultra variant we have here comes with a green vegan leather material with decorative stitching. On the front, there's a 6.8-inch LTPO OLED display with 120Hz adaptive refresh rate and 1440Hz PWM dimming. Protecting that beautiful display is a crystal armor Kunlun glass that curves into the metal frame at the edges. Huawei says that this glass is as tough as they come, being able to take some serious abuse from common metal objects that people carry with them like keys and coins. Computing is handled by the Kirin 9010 processor paired with 16GB of RAM and 512GB of storage. For software, the phone runs on EMUI and brings cool features for the Touch and Go e-wallet app called Smart Pay and Smart Scan. By pointing the camera at a QR code in a shop, SmartPay will display a prompt on the home screen that it has detected a QR code supported by Touch 'n Go e-wallet. Now, double tap the rear of the phone and the phone will automatically launch the app and process the transaction. But if the shop uses a QR scanner, you can simply point the screen at the scanner and the front-facing camera will identify it as a QR scanner. The phone will then automatically launch and display the QR code on the Touch 'n Go e-wallet app. Speaking about apps, there's also an improved Huawei app gallery. It now features an updated malware and virus scanner that extends to all apps on its platform. Huawei assures you that the apps you download from the app gallery has been verified to be secure and safe to install. Powering the phone is a large 5200 mAh battery with support for 100-watt wired Huawei Supercharge, 80-watt wireless charging with Huawei Supercharge, and 20-watt reverse wireless charging. For those who love photography, you can't go wrong with the HUAWEI Pura 70 Ultra as it enables you to capture every moment with high detail clarity and vibrant colors, whether your subject is stationary or on the move. Additionally, you get a flagship smartphone with a flamboyant design and great material quality. The Pura 70 Ultra is now available for pre-order for 6,599 ringgit with gifts worth up to 2,376 ringgit, and you can find more information in the description box below. Well, that's the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a like, and if you haven't already, do consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X and TikTok to get the latest news on almost everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ciao!